Good evening and welcome to 22 News at 11. I'm Matt Karen. New information tonight on the Blarney Blowout in Amherst. As of just a half an hour ago, 8 people have been arrested in total between the Amherst and UMass police departments. That's compared to more than 70 last year. 22 News reporter Juliana Mazza spent the day in Amherst during the pre-St. Patrick's Day celebrations and joins us now with an update.
Amherst police hosted a press conference with the university and the town manager. One thing they all seem to agree on, this year went much smoother than last. Police, the town, and university administration took the opportunity to thank students Saturday night for promoting safe and responsible behavior. Amherst town manager John Musanti said compared to last year, there were no reports of property damage, no serious injuries, and no calls of disturbance complaints from Amherst residents. Police Chief Scott Livingstone said it was amazing to see the students respond so well to police this year.
They played an active role in this, so I think a lot of the students, at least the university students, kind of knew what to expect, and again, the cooperation that we got out on the street was excellent.
Police said they did notice several house parties, but they were responsible as long as students are safe and obeying the law. Livingstone said there will be no issues for the rest of the night. Police will continue to keep up their police presence throughout the night into the early morning. On an hour-by-hour basis, they will decide if they need to increase or decrease the number of officers on duty. The Amherst Police Department has not released just how many officers were working throughout the day and night in the town.
And now Juliana continues our coverage of the Blarney Blowout. Although an increased police presence did play a huge role, Juliana found that a lot of students chose not to party throughout town this year for another reason.
There's a lot of split between going to the townhouses and going to the Mullen Center, obviously.
Amherst police and UMass officials were ready for this year's Blarney Blowout. Here at the townhouse condominiums, things were very quiet, a bit different from what we saw last year. That's when thousands of people partied, damaged cars, destroyed light poles, and quickly got out of control.
I attribute that predominantly to the amount of people who were invited up last year. So I kind of agree with the administration's decision to limit that this year.
Now the university is not allowing any non-students to check into dorm rooms, and most off-campus apartments like townhouse condominiums are not letting anyone on their property unless they have proof of residency. That, combined with the stepped-up police presence, has kept the partying to a minimum so far. The university decided it also wanted to give students an alternative to partying. That's why at the Mullen Center, they hosted a concert featuring some big names for free to students. Instead of partying off campus, between 7,000 and 8,000 students packed inside the Mullen Center for a concert headlining pop star Kesha. It started at noon, and students were still inside up until 5 o'clock. Although some students said when the concert was over, they worried the wild parties would pick up again.
But once we get out, it's just gonna be an explosion of students.
But I think the cops are prepared for that. I think they expect us to be come out and be crazy. So yeah, they're there.
UMass officials say so far so good.
With the continued encouragement of staff and students, that will end with a good night.
Reporting in Amherst, Juliana Mazza, 22 News.
And police have said that at this point, it seems like the night has gone in a great direction. They called it a success. However, we will continue to update you on this story throughout the night and early morning on WWLP.com.